Hello, welcome to a live stream that appears to be working as intended, as opposed to the last Trainz live stream, which pretty much didn't get beyond this. But this one has gotten beyond that, so that's an achievement. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, that's all correct. So, here we are. Bushes, trees, tracks, streets, houses, buildings. It's all coming back to me. Hello, Kango Fango. Albastro 916. Hello, yes. Hello, favorite Sharadise. Sharadise. What? Sharadise. Ooh, why is that bugging out? Hold on, that's not supposed to happen. Is the stream kind of a little... Yeah, why is that flipping out like that? Hold on, to show you what I mean. Well, let me just move over here and then let it catch up a bit. Oh, now it seems to be a bit smooth. Smoother. Yeah, that seems okay. Right, is it? Because there's no one else quite like you. Thank you. Crowding. Ooh, I saw vehicles today. A few hours back, yes, and a yellowish Lanx Viking with some darkish red lines. Been many years since I've seen any of those. With Transdev yellow buses. But this one seemed unbranded. Got the reg too. No, I didn't give it a ticket. Ha. Right, so that all seems fine. Is it? Is it though? Hold on, let me just quickly do a little test. Is this happening for you as well, or is that just on my playback? You can see that kind of flipping out behavior. Please, actually you didn't see it there. 1 second. Or I think, is it smooth for you? Possibly X Blackpool with the red? Maybe, but it didn't seem like it. But it's fine, smooth as silt. Haha. Okay, well in that case, let's get started. Last time we put buildings all the way along here. A great planning project, which someone probably funded local building construction. So now let's do the same thing over here. And with this, I want to start with the museum lot area, because this will determine, because this is a set piece, and then I want to put the other buildings around here to fit with it, so it's important I put this here first. Now what exactly is this a museum of? I have no idea, because we're going to have all sorts of just museum-y stuff over here. And I know that this may be... I mean, if this is holographic, then it would be too modern for the 60s, of course. However, if this isn't holographic, but it's instead just... well, maybe pieces of glass that have projectors around them or something. Or maybe just little bits being pulled around metal wires or something like that, then maybe that's okay. Because I want to use the asset as well. I want to use the asset, and I don't get to use it that often. Okay, so I want this over here, and I want a little bit of modern art in terms of these cars. So let's let's build this. Now, let's see. Actually, no, I want these to actually merge together. I don't want them to be separate splines. So like this. And then maybe one going through like that as well. So that it becomes a nice star. Not like that, though. And then maybe we can put something in the middle to emphasize the artisticness of this. Maybe if this is a monument to traffic jams or something like that. How about... well, we could try maybe a traffic light or something. I know I've got traffic lights around the other place, but I'd rather have one that's not on a pole. Don't know if I've got those. Huh, traffic beacon, interesting. Ooh, maybe we could have a traffic beacon, that might work. Maybe we could have it kind of merged in with itself. I'll rechat in a little bit. I just actually want to get a lot done. Actually, that looks pretty good. Look, just this weird meshed together traffic light with the cars distorted going through each other. Look at that. Yeah, I like that. Wasn't a Millennium Falcon? Alright. What's up, Olius? Oh, hello, Elisa. Seems like the game cooperated. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I didn't have a camera with me. But I noted down the reg at least. What is it? I had offside rear reg plate. Didn't even spot it at first. Had an offside, right. Misc Planetarium. No, the reg. Well, the regulator is the thing that regulates how much steam is admitted to the cylinders. Well, if I press Alt, it just jumps. That's a little odd. Yeah, and it's not okay. Used to be space. Strange. I will let you know after the stream. I've got it noted on a file on a different device. Yaris in the middle. Nah. Because only Jamie can cause a multi-car collision. Unfortunately, that is not true. Collision, rather. At least it's artistic. Tell that to the insurance company. Collision? What about the college daughter? Oh, hello, Zerius Cow King. Welcome. Shadows, you deserve the official New Penzance Award for Abstractry and Modern Arts. Shadows, multi-car star collision, Buster said. Oh. I didn't even notice that. Sorry. Okay, now, I think I want the cobblestone texture underneath. The one that I've used over here. Because that fits quite well. Now, do we need this to be the smallest? Yeah. Scale of the texture is what I meant. So if I just bring this up, and I think that's probably enough space-wise, although I may add another building that's built onto this in the middle. Like, for example, a warehouse or something that's been built onto the side for more storage. Pulling this along here. And is that still working? Test, test. Good. Good, good. Test, test, yes. Right. Yeah, I suppose we'll also need parking somewhere. So maybe having a car park over here might work. But what do we actually want over here? Well, I want... Oh, hold on. If I look for museum, didn't we have... Yeah, we've got dinosaur skeletons. And actually, I've got an idea. I know, a great start to everything. What if I built a little elevated grassy platform and put the stuff on there? Come on. Grab that. Yes. Shares, check out the active pick list. Ah, Monolophosaurus, of course. Monolophosaurus is, of course, valuable to everything and everyone. Especially a museum like this. Okay, does that look roughly right? It's a little bit further out that side, that's a little bit... Yeah, that looks right-ish. Now I've got to reduce the height of this manually. And also first. How tall is a human in comparison to this? I think it's still a little bit too high. Negative 1.5. Negative 1.6. Negative 1.6 seems alright, probably. Oops. Oh, like prehistoric large-scale diorama. Monologosaurus? Haha. Yeah, that seems like a good height. You can sit on it, but you won't encourage people to walk across it. I'm going to break those spline points apart, split them like that. How does that look? That doesn't look exactly straight. Hold on. That looks a bit better. And over here, that also doesn't look too perfect. I think that this needs to go a little bit down. Like so. That's a little too much. That looks good. Now I need to fill this in. Okay, 2 of these should be enough. How's the height of this looking? Could be a little bit higher. How about 0.1? 10 centimeters higher. 0.3? Bit too high. Actually, no, with that, maybe 0.28. Yeah, 0.28 is better. Well, 0.27, because I still want you to be able to see a little bit of the darker rim, so that you can tell that it's actually got a little bit of a lip. I need to fix this slightly, so if I add 1 more centimeter, oops, 1 more centimeter to the height, then that should fix the issue. And there we go, now it's no longer flickering, aka Z-fighting. Okay, well, let's have a look. Monolophosaurus. There we go. Yes, with that distinct singular ridge. So let's have a let's place these over here. We've got Monolophosaurus, then we've got Stegosaurus, then we've got Trainz, Trainz 2, Trainz 3. Hold on. The arms? Could the wrists rotate like that, or weren't they more like here? It's like that, but weren't they more like that? Didn't they face each other more? The wrists of T-Rex. Then we've got the museum skeleton, which should still be a little bit more vertical. Like, I mean, I like... Orcosaurus. I very much like how these look, and I like their patterning, and I like all of those things. However, a lot of these do look quite accurate. And I think that in the 50s or 60s, I don't know if they would have been this accurate. What? Pteranodactylo. Pteranodactylo. Interesting. Dinosaurus Tylosaurus. Did they give... They didn't give it the third jaw! No! Because Mosasaurus, like Tylosaur, Tylosaurus had a third jaw that was kind of a little bit set back on the upside, on the top of the mouth or the roof, like that could pull things back into the throat. Yeah, a third jaw basically. Gallimimus, and we've got a miscellaneous attraction, which seems a little bit too large. Hold on, let's have a look at stuff. Of course, it's stuff. Oh, can I wait? 1950s museum got the wrist wrong. Taro, not Tyranno. Yeah. Okay. Oh right. What did I say? Pteranodactylo. But then it's good. The Tylosaur's inaccuracy. There may be more DLS dinosaurs, but these are all I could find back then. 2021. Well, if we go to the dinosaur Renaissance, of course means rebirth. Naissance means birth, and means again, so the rebirth, the dinosaur rebirth. And dinosaur, of course, means terrible. Dino, as in Deinonychus or whatever. Dino means terrible, and saur or saurus means lizard. So the terrible lizard rebirth, the dinosaur Renaissance. Small scientific. It's not as small. Anyway, started in the late 60s and later renewed academic popular interest in dinosaurs. Yeah. I think... Hold on, if I go look for... List of dinosaur films. Fiverr, if you put Willis in the middle. In the middle of what? List by year. But it's not Deinonychus, is it? It's Deinonychus. Yeah, but yeah, true. Sometimes the spelling changes, but the same origin. Because Deinonychus, I think, means terrible claw. Not to be confused with Dionysus, which is the Greek god of wine and parties, and by parties I do mean parties, but I also mean parties and theatre, because he also likes. Anyway, that's getting too distracted. Hold on. So let's see. So what kind of, so what, okay, so I think it's safe to assume that these displays would have been here for a while before the route takes place. Like, they could theoretically have just been redone, but if we look at, okay, let's say 60s. The Valley of Gwangi, I don't know how to pronounce it. If you look at that, it's a stop-motion animation film, I think. I've not personally seen this one. If I look at images, yeah, quite a, yeah. This was released in 1969, and if you look at that, I mean, obviously some kind of theropod dinosaur predator, that traditional tail-dragging, upright posture of ages past, and that's from 1969. It's alive. That, I don't know, doesn't seem like it would feature dinosaurs predominantly. But maybe. Let's have a look. Is there anything from image search? Well, I mean, it's quite a popular phrase. Hold on. I think we'll just look at another one. All Monsters Attack. Japanese film. I mean, that looks like the traditional thing where they had the bodysuits of the people in the monsters. So that's probably not got too realistic monsters. Destroy All Monsters looks like the same sort of thing from Japan. Yongari, monster from the deep, South Korea, Japan. Again, Son of Godzilla or Gojira, probably not. King Kong Escapes. I mean, let's have a quick look. And I don't mean Max quick look. Yeah, that still, yeah. 1 million years BC. Now that could be I was about to say now that could be promising, and then I see a scantily clad woman next to a pterodactyl with 1 million years BC on it. That maybe it's not that promising. I mean, if I thought about it, I would have recognized that having dinosaurs that are non-avian in a film that's supposed to take place 1 million years ago. Right, yes, the classic of taping or gluing bits to crocodiles to make them look prehistoric. Yeah, okay, hold on. Gojira versus the sea monster. Insane Conquest, blah blah blah. Voyage to the prehistoric planet. Now that could be promising. Can I? No, I can't zoom in. Are there any more pictures? No, hold on. Are there any images? Yeah, the sauropod shape with the classic hump and the low down, like snake-like neck, dragging tail. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any more up-to-date designs out of this. Reptilicus. Planterabur. King Kong versus Godzilla. Valley of the Dragons, Gorgo. The Lost World. The Lost World, you say? Let's have a quick look at that. That's from 1960. Yeah, still that I don't think I need to waste any more time looking at these, because now we're in the 50s and I don't think we're going to get any more realistic depictions of dinosaurs. Because if you look at this, which was released just at the end of the 60s, and then you look at this, I mean, the skeleton I can see, yeah. But let's have a look through them. Monolophosaurus. No, too agile, too realistic. Stegosaurus, perhaps. You, yes. No. Brachiosaurus. Maybe. The one with a raised neck. Maybe. The Pteranodon, or whatever it's supposed to be. What was it called again? Pteranodactylo. That seems odd. I've never heard that before. Maybe. Okay. Let's read Chaticus. Renai sauce. The dinosaurs. Dinochirus. I should really port my Carnotaurus model to Trainz. Yikes. Poor crocodiles. Sharadice. I'd say either use the dinosaurs from the pick list, quickly search for newer assets on the DLS, make your own museum dinosaur prop asset, or don't place any. There we are. Okay, let's see. Because Stegosaurus is, of course, quite an early discovery. Yes, for this to be more period appropriate, this should really be kind of dragging its tail down. Shouldn't really be elevated like that. However, that may be a historical inaccuracy I'm going to have to accept. I do realize that I am trying to be much more accurate, like period accurate with this than with a lot of the other aspects. Like if it's about cars, it's like, well, I mean, 2 decades there, but it's fine. Just put it in there or whatever. But no, that dinosaur should have its tail lower for the 60s. Although if I do a mixture of these props, then I don't know if I really should put in the skeleton one, because that wouldn't really fit that well. I mean, of course it would be some dramatic scene like that. Which, of course, as the predator, is not a very smart choice to attack an animal this large from that angle. But back then they thought the dinosaurs were dumb. I suppose I should maybe centralize it more like that. With cars, whatever. But if it comes to dinosaurs, it's personal. Have the skeleton out back. Oh, can you roll the skeleton? I cannot. Or have it next door, maybe? No skeleton. Nah. What about this one? Galamimum. I think that should be Gallimimus, but... Galamimun. 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 Doesn't look that realistic. Maybe, we'll see. Now, I think I'll want some of... Ooh, that's a bit tall. That's it, no. I want some... No, that's even taller. I wanted some small monkey puzzles along the... Ooh, that one, yes. No, I want... Yes, it's another small one. Yeah, I remember these ones having a huge height difference. And probably some palms as well. Palmanum. No. Maybe it's Gallimimus in a different language. Maybe. Bad to the bone guitar riff. Literally, as it's a skeleton. I get it. What's this? What's this? Tiny little plant. What's this? What's this? A slightly larger plant. Ah, right. This one could maybe fit if I put one there. What height does this need to have? Uh, 0.65 by the looks of things. Now if I copy paste this, I need to move this, hold on. Can I replace that there? No, it's because that's on the 10-meter grid, hold on. Oh, hold on, actually, it would work like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 21 these bushes that I can just manually move into certain places. Yeah, because when pterodactyls were first discovered, they were illustrated like to look like kind of these weird bat creatures, and they were painted with these big glowing eyes and things like that. Well, maybe I can find it. Yes, for example, this isn't the one I meant, but sort of like that. You can see kind of weird furry bat type creature. I'm not sure when exactly this drawing is from, and it's also not the exact one I meant. Actually, this one is... Yeah, that one's a little bit more modern by the looks of things. I guess maybe from the 30s or 40s. The one I meant is much older. Oh, where is it from? Where is it? You see similar to this kind of, you see a bat-like hanging from stuff. You can hear the rain, maybe. Can you hear the rain? Through the microphone. This was also not exactly the drawing I meant. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. There's a very specific one I'm thinking of with glowing eyes. But this is what I was talking about with the Stegosaurus, that it should have its tail hanging, even though this, by the looks of things, isn't Stegosaurus because it has too many tail spikes, but a type of Stegosaurid, I guess. Anyway, you get the idea. Actually, hold on. If I turn this way, you might be able to hear it a bit better. Was that enough? Did you hear the rain? Cinnamon Fern? Maybe. Just random question, Buster. Did you ever see any network or multiple units? Diesel or electric? Might have been on one with GWR around 60 spec when I went to Farnborough. Nice, I've only seen the diesel units too. Must have taken pictures. But on what device and where they're stored, I don't know. Actually saw one today. Yes, nice. I'm sure I can only hear the rain IRL. It's raining here too. Leathery sheets of rain splashed upon his hooded head. But it's not too loud from my room. Very loud downstairs though. But yes, we can hear it on mic. Nice. Stormywind.wav. Okay, palms. That is a nice palm. However, actually that's one thing I want to do. I want to move these monkey puzzles down into the ground slightly. Yeah, but this would cover up too much, I feel. This, on the other hand, or claw, as the case might be. This on the other claw. Reminds me of Dr. Claw. Maybe try orange or tree lemon. Try to have something eating from it. Nah. This is what I was looking for. Only that's a bit too big. That's the sort of scale I wanted. It's a little too large. I don't really want that to be in the way too much. Come on. Okay, that's a bit too large then. Hold on. Date palms. Ah, these old assets. Maybe they could find a place here. Maybe around the back. Like there, and then maybe one over here as well, but moved into the ground a little bit more. Yeah, and from the tracks it doesn't look that bad. And that's what we're aiming for here. Not that bad. Ooh, that looks it looks good, but might be a little large. Although I suppose that works. Maybe we could even have one back there. Yeah, especially if it's a small one like that. The queen palm. There we are. That looks quite nice. Although, I don't know, like I said, what exactly this is supposed to be a museum of, I have no idea. Maybe it's the Museum of Time, and that's why we've got the time of the past, time of the future, and the time of the present with weird art stuff. Ooh, actually, the pterodactyl. Is there a catenary rope spline or something like that? Actually, if I just use a catenary wire. I know that there is rope, but this doesn't hang. This is a straight spline. And I know we could do this manually, but let's just have a look. Well, we've got the catenary wire asset as is. That might work. If I raise this up a bit, actually it's going through the, it's clipping through the Brachiosaurus model. Like that. That I think is good, except I need to move this. We could have a pterodactyl suspended. Well, that doesn't look like it's above the center of mass. Hold on, it needs to be moved a little bit further that way. That's a little too much. Hold on. That looks better. Look! We even got a suspended pterodactyl. Well, pteranodon, by the looks of things. Oh yeah, Dr. Claw, whose face was totally never shown ever. Not even in the holiday special, which I've totally not actually seen. Plant aloe vera? Maybe, but I think that this is good enough like this. The bird of paradise? Perhaps, I don't know. Oh, the palms, yay. Virtual palm business nostalgia has found its place on the MVR. Breaking news that. To search wire. Yeah, but then we get lots of wire fences, and this has already taken about an hour so far-ish. Well, more like 3/4 of an hour. Telegraph, FM. Put person through the track, the tree trunks. I think this is good. Bye-bye, Lisa. Gotta go. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yes. Good night, indeed. Let's have a quick look at the World of Paradise. Maybe this one. But not very many of them. Just a few in key locations, like in front of the leg, where you'd be able to kind of see it a bit better. Well, that's a little too close. Now, of course, I know, yes, they've got flowers with a Stegosaurus, and the Stegosaurus is, of course, from the Jurassic, and flowers didn't really become a thing until the Cretaceous, so at least they weren't widespread before the Cretaceous. I'm not sure if if Jurassic flowers have been discovered or not, but I know that they definitely weren't at all common before that. New message. Elisa. By the way, before you ask about the letter, she's outside doing some hunting. See? Link to aloe vera. Plant with flower detail inset. Sterolidzia. Ah. Actually, hold on. If I go to this. Flowering plants, yes. The flowers and fruits. Formiclade. Angiosperma, yes. Angiosperms. Ah, no, look. Here they've got it as the first. Here they've marked it as the first coming in at 134 million years ago, which is, well, in the Cretaceous. So there you go. Assuming that this is accurate, which, I mean, in this instance it probably is, but yeah. Okay. Maybe they didn't care about the flower chronology, if you wish to say it like that. Okay, let's have a look at aloe vera. Oh, it's flowering aloe vera. Ah. I have built museums in Trainz before, but I've never made a dinosaur exhibit in Trainz before. Should be one more there. Although that's too in line with a tree. Hold on. Should be like that. Okay, I think that's this dinosaur showpiece done. Well, flowers must be moulded, shaped, and taught, that life's a looming battle to be faced and fought. Okay, sure. Doing a few of these trees over here as well. Although I may use a different ground texture here, I probably will. Yeah, it's actually children. Mary Poppins. Ah, yes. I have a recollection of that. Oh, where was I? Oh, over here. Actually, it's gonna look a bit better if I bring this all the way out. Hopefully, as long as it doesn't spill over onto the road too much. Yeah, you don't really want the brown spill to go onto the road. Which is generally good advice, I find. Give myself very good advice. Yes, I know that song. I do like this, however the trees are just not high-res enough to be that close. Maybe if I have them in the background instead like that. Although I don't know what I want back here yet. These do seem quite large for this area. Although I do want to have some trees there. Actually, that is quite nice. Now, what sort of other buildings are going to be around here? Do I want there to be a road right behind the museum, or do I want, like, do I want the backs of buildings to be there? Brownspill, Hertfordshire. Yee, I thought of that too, haha. But you very seldom follow it. Future MVR customers, be patient is very good advice, but the waiting makes me curious. Okay, well, let's try the backs of buildings. If I try... I mean, color-wise, this fits perfectly. However, we do have a building like that just over here. Though this draws so much attention, plus it's rotated the other way around, that I don't really think it is too obvious that we've reused assets here. And then this one should probably be a little bit lower, just so that it actually looks like a separate building. Don't want to overshadow the museum too much as well. Although that looks pretty good. The contrast of the lower floor there, the darker one, is quite nice. Okay, so now let's extend, expand, and exterminate. No, let's not do that. For it is a silly idea. It's nice when you get to put a Doctor Who and Monty Python reference in the same reference. Copper dome roof on that museum? Well, why not? Also, it might not be copper, but maybe bronze, because bronze is a bit more durable. Aha. On second thought, let's not go to Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. Exactly. Bust through, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you in a little bit. Are you working? Okay, time to get a little intersection here. Again, I don't really have to make this too rounded, because as long as you see that there is an intersection there, it doesn't really matter if it's that realistic or not. It just saves time like this. Can you see there isn't a road marking there? Kinda. I'm going to do the same trick I did before, where I used 3 of these thick lines here and have them very spaced out, so that it does look a lot thicker from the shallow angle that you're going to be viewing this from. Try that. How does that look? Yeah, you can kind of see it back there. How do the buildings look behind there? Yep, looks good, except I do feel that we need a few more of these trees just to give a little bit of a barrier. Plus it'll give a good use to these trees, which I'm really quite happy about, because I like these trees. Yeah, that's nice. And then maybe I can just reuse the margin asset. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Oops, that's not the margin asset. Hold on, maybe he does mind. Oh no! There we go. Also, I need to copy the height of the spline, because I remember it wasn't very cooperative. It's under the ground. Right, let's just make this straight-ish. Yeah, I just want it to look like there's actually a green stripe that the trees are on, as opposed to just being... just growing out of the cobblestone, which, yes, given enough time, they would, but before a tree grows out of the cobblestone, there has to be dirt and enough nutrients there for the tree seed to take a root and to not be eaten or carried away by wind or birds. Albassador 916 to the stage. That is, again, Albassador 916 to the stage. This is your stage's call. All change, please. Thank you, stages. Hi, hello, hi. Hello, what? Shadows has addressed you a bit. Let's wait until he sees this. Yes, let's wait. Oh, wait, that wouldn't work. Wait. What was I listening? What? Wait, what was... Wait. What? I was listening, but didn't hear. You're lying, right? No, I said that it's been a while since I last messaged, and I was wondering if you were working while listening to this. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Was just asking how you were doing, that he hadn't heard from you in a while, and asked whether or not you're working. Yes. Kangaroos do not lie. What? Wait, when? Oh, a few minutes ago. I'm right, thanks. No work this evening, as I've been able to get it all done in time, but still exhausted nonetheless. That's okay. Sorry I missed it. Don't worry, it's fine. But 2 minutes back now. I hope your headache's gone. Yes. I usually don't find that when I do have a headache, which isn't often, I usually find that it doesn't last very long. But I know other people tend to have them for longer periods of time. Also depends on why you have it. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. I just need to bring this in a little bit closer. Closer. Yes, thanks. Never really lasts more than a day. Good. I should save. Have you been out in the wind today? I was. And it was also raining. And it was very windy. Okay, that looks pretty good. And yes, I can add more details like benches and stuff like that later, but I want to first do more broad stroke stuff. So in terms of parking, I do think that they would have a lot of parking, so maybe a parking garage or something there. Maybe we could have the one that's stacked, because that one didn't fit before, but it might fit here. No, too modern, and although size-wise that's kind of what I'm looking for, but it's a little too modern. That maybe. Although, would that be... No, that wouldn't be right on the intersection. I don't think. Maybe rotate it the other way. Yeah, rotate it this way so that it's a little bit more of a gap where cars can come out onto the street. And then I'll have to delete the sidewalk on this bit. There will be no one walking sides. Okay, you're not really going to see the sides of this much because there are going to be buildings in the way. Hopefully. Albaster 96, here's a box of chocolates. I was too, Shy Eyes. What a coincidence. Aha, or coincidence. But yeah, today has been dry and no wind here until the rain this evening. Has been raining pretty much for the whole day, apart from a few dry hours in the mid-evening. Here, at least, where I live. It'll be our turn tomorrow. Hope not, as I'd like my Friday afternoon walk. You can still take it, just in the rain. It's not too cold, at least over here. But my legs have been a bit woozy today, so I'll have to see how they are tomorrow. Paradise. Was that a no one will be sucking seeds reference? King Julian from a Penguins of Madagascar episode, Popcorn Panic? Yes, it was. Oh. That's actually the end of chat. Well, it was lovely having you. Sorry to see you go, but I mean, it's the end of chat. As we know it, we'll get the reboot. Get the reboot. Actually, I know that doesn't really fit size-wise, but it looks a lot more detailed having that there, especially if you go over here and snoop around. I can shard ice, but I'll also be waiting around after it until 5, so would rather be dry. Oh, I mean, if you're gonna wait around outdoors, then yes, of course, but that was not part of the mission briefing. Okay, so buildings. I really don't want anything that's too tall in front of this because I want the parking garage to really feel quite imposing. So maybe some of these kind of shopping office buildings along this block. Reboot it, redo it, reshoot it, renew it. What's that a reference to? Is that Animaniacs, the reboot, or what was that reference to? Remind me. Actually, we might be able to have some nice trees along that little stretch there. Or maybe just back alleys or something. No, I'll be waiting inside, but after my walk. Well, if you're waiting inside, then it'll presumably be drier than outside. Else you would probably wait outside. Okay. That fits semi-well. I need one more, because of the roof. I need one more to be in there. Maybe rotate it the other way. What rotation does that have? 66.5, 66, okay. Yeah, just so you don't see that drop in the roof up there. Yeah, that looks quite nice. And then I'll make this into a little back alley. Going your rounds in the living room, eh? Or fairy castle. Not at home, haha. Yep, sure nice. Oh. Oh, is that the Animaniacs thing? Hold on. No, it's an ad for... I'm not gonna advertise that on here. No. I'm not gonna show your ad. Not really. Shamelessly appropriated, even if the old fans hate it. Yeah, that applies to a lot of things that I quite like. Some of modern Star Trek comes to mind. Thunderbirds. Other things as well, but I don't want to go into all of that now. I should really build a castle in Minecraft. Well then, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, even though I probably could. Okay, just a little bit of this texture over here. I'll need a little bit more of the oil-stained one. And a little bit more of the cracked one. That one. That seems a little large for the cracks here. Much better. Well, now it seems to monotexture. There we go. A little bit underneath there because I could see a little bit of green poking around. Although I'm going to need to put a building there anyway. Can you see through there and see green? Yes. Unfortunate. I guess I'll just move this over here, like so. Now can you just look through there and see green? No. Good. Imagine if the actual real-life city planners worked like that when designing cities. It's like, this concrete jungle of drab greys. Can you see a little bit of green through there? No. Are you sure? Yes? Gets out binoculars. No, I can see a field through there, and that's green at certain times of the year. Build a concrete block in front of it. I'll read chat in a bit, don't worry. It's just the museum took a little longer than I'd expected. Ah, lovely. Although I do think I'll remove the sidewalk on this little bit, just so that if you look back, it looks like there's a back alley there. Even though I know in reality you wouldn't need to necessarily remove the sidewalk for that, but I want you to be able to actually see it when looking back this way. And like that, you actually can. Good. So now I need to put in crossing road. Okay, what does that look like from tracks? All right, chat. Yes, good thing. Good thing I found you again. Alright, that's the link. I should really build a castle in Minecraft. Yes, and then you can have a secret piston door in the basement, where you've got like a prison dungeon kind of area in the basement, and you've got a secret door with a lever. You pull, the piston door opens, and then a staircase goes down, and slowly, you've got a stretch of darkness, where you've got the cracked stone bricks and the cobblestone in the walls and all that sort of stuff, and then there's a stretch of darkness. And as you come out of the darkness, you've got all sorts of quartz blocks and white concrete and all of that, and that's where you've got your NPP hidden. And actually, if you build your castle on top of a hill, which castles usually were, or sometimes even the hill was built specifically for the purpose of what's I'm looking for? Not sustaining, of having the castle on top, basically supporting the castle. So you could actually dig that out and put that into the hill. I usually do my walk as a time killer to walk a friend from the station as he finishes an hour and a half later than me on a Friday. Off-stream, Drearywood Manor was nice and all, but something bigger and more attractive looking from the outside. Maybe in 1.20, haha. I don't think you'll be able to build a working nuclear power plant in 1.20. But we're waiting later this week for his ride, as he doesn't want to renew the ticket until he needs to use it again. But we wouldn't have nuclear reactors then. Aw. I want my nuclear castle. Get the script. Rights clear. Get the script rights clear. Yeah. For some reason, that sidewalkless alleyway you just built reminded me of the bus station exit in Cottrell, OMSI2. Am I the only one on a bus trip? Where's the alley? Gets up binoculars. Maybe we'll see it again. Leading into the road with the trees on the median. This, do you mean? Going back between there? Is that the one you mean? This space back here? Yeah. Supporting the castle? Yes. On the left. Oh. There, yeah, there we go. Center! Yes. That. Well, there you go. Now you've had it. Unfortunately, I can't say I see it, Kango. Sorry. Not that! I don't know what you mean. Oh, do you mean this? Leading straight into the street road. This. Buster, how about this? Does this ring any visual bells? It's got the narrowness, but that's the only similarity. With the bus station base right around the corner back there. Yeah, true. That looks a bit too large. That looks just about right, although I do want a little bit of grass spline on this, similar to what I did back there. Need to grab the spline, grab the height. Actually, if I put the spline point into the building, then I can de-stretch it, and that's fine. Although over here that won't be as simple. Although if I make it diagonal, maybe. Although if I do have it diagonally located like this, maybe I don't even need to move it into the ground because you'll see the texture anyway. For some reason, I just thought of it. Sorry. That tree kind of dwarfs the adjacent buildings. Dwarfed. Yes, it does. Did. Okay, let's finish this little road here first. So I make the little end bits. By the way, Sweater Gaming, are you satisfied with how I'm building the city? To answer your question. If you're curious what question I could possibly mean, when I was building the flats up here, where I built the bridge and was heading towards the city, Sweater Gaming was watching the stream and said that, well, now we know how I build mountains and scenery like that, but he's curious to see how I'll handle a city. So, are you satisfied? Imagine if you were actually in chat now, you just happened to be in chat and answered that I would be happy. Looks okay. I'll want the same. No, I don't want to ring him real quick on Discord. Nah, I don't want to disturb him. So I know getting rung on Discord can be very disturbing. Yeah, you can kind of see that. Or just DM if he's online. Nah. I just want to focus on building. Yes, these are very, very interesting buildings. And what do I want as the backdrop for that one? Maybe try this building. Because I do want something with a little bit of contrast, and this definitely has contrast with a very white, kind of white/off-white buildings that are on the other side. Maybe. I think it'll be better if I put it there and put another one there so you can actually see the fire escapes, because that is a little bit more added detail. Yeah, that looks good-ish. Hold on. I need to get rid of this one row of windows. It needs to be like, hold on, there, like that. Now I need something on the left there that's kind of roughly this height. Maybe just another one of these office buildings. Try the blue one. The blue one's a little lower. Or maybe that's good. Sort of like that. Yeah, I like that. You can see a little bit of a pedestrian, like hints of a pedestrian area as well, which kind of adds something that I want. Is that good, or do we need something else behind there? I think maybe one slightly taller building. Sort of back here like that, just so that if you look back this way, you can sort of see, actually maybe a little bit closer, maybe sort of the distance as if there's a road going between the two. Just so that if you're here, you can see that peeking over the back there. To apologize, yes. No. Like, oi, get in my Twitch chat, you. I got something to show yes. Idea. Shopping mall? I mean, yeah, although that sounds like quite a large project for Minecraft. Building every single shop in that mall would take quite a long time, I think. Although if you do build it, you have to give it a rail connection, like a branch station connection. I know that's a repeating asset, but that's fine. Sometimes, although, I say it's fine, but no. I know sometimes an architect does build multiple houses and they do all look very similar, but in this particular instance, I really didn't like it. Although I did like the fact that this one was a little lower. PDF. Kshahaha. Premier Inn. Hey, I thought Emichi was building that. Or are you telling me that that was incorrect information? What would building tower 1 look like? Maybe that could fit here, as we're getting into the kind of taller section of the map. I've already got one over there. Maybe having one there would be good as well, because the one we've got over on this side is very much hidden. You can only really see it if you happen to look that way from a very specific angle. But if it's here like that, then I can put another little bit of cobblestone around it, which might look quite nice. Kind of a non-asphalt paved area. Yeah, that looks good. I meant for the MVR. Oh, maybe, we'll see. Which do you prefer? Premier corn stores, Premier inns, or Premier hotels? Oh, I guess Premier inns are Premier hotels. I find the people at the Premier corner store... Oh, corner store, not corn store. Corner stores down the road a little blunt. But I've never had experience with the other two. Ha 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 ha. Incorrect. Hemichu will be building it, yes. Hemichu will be building it, yes. Hard hat in the post already. I see. Is it yellow and purple? Or the Plexton Premier? Now that's a different motorized vehicle. Okay, now I need buildings behind that. Maybe to contrast it, maybe use one of these stone buildings again. Seems like that might even fit quite nicely space-wise. Maybe if I lowered it a bit. Nah, maybe if I did the opposite. Dun dun dun. No, it's too small. Maybe one of these ones. Or the city building diag. Yeah, maybe that would look good, because then I could have that offset a little as well. Which means that these two could share the same pedestrian paved area. Yeah, that looks good. Although we could use a tree there. So, hold on. I'll use one of these trees maybe, because having a small tree in front of the building will make it look even larger. And if I have a few of them kind of going back this way, it'll reinforce the gap between the buildings as well. Although these need to be moved a little bit out so that you can actually see them properly. That gap needs to be corrected. Yeah, now if you're looking back that way, you can see the trees going between there, which is quite good. Now we'll need another building off to the side there. Maybe I'll just reuse this one and have like it be like a row of these ones along there. Okay. Now that kind of finishes off this block, but I do want something back here that you can see from a bit further away. How about that? Actually, that's a little bit too far. Like that? Oh, that's actually really nice. If you look back that way, well, that's a little... need to move this a little closer, like that, for it to look right. Yeah, you can see the taller buildings back there. That gives a nice little extra bit of depth. Appeared in Children of Earth, Torchwood. These beautiful buses, but horrid context. But here. Beautiful buses, horrid context. Yeah, this was not fun. Well, it wasn't a fun story. It did seem like quite a realistic story in many aspects, but not a fun one. Let's have a look. Mall. To be mauled. Wastewater. No, don't want a wastewater treatment thing. Oh yeah, because small, you've got mall in there. Maybe shopping mall would be better, but this is called strip mall. So we would have found that with shopping. Ooh, actually, that looks really quite good there. That just fits perfectly in this location. I don't know why exactly, but aesthetically, that just fits really well. But that should have asphalt. That should not have the cobblestones. And it also should have the same asphalt as the road, because then you can't really differentiate it. And then it'll probably have a sizable parking lot adjacent to it. Something like that, maybe. It's been a while since I built a big parking lot. This must be remedied. And then we can have one access point there, one access point there. And then we can have paths connecting. Although I don't suppose you'd really want a path connecting of it. Maybe you would. Actually, I suppose I should probably paint that in as well. Ah, that looks good. Okay, and then I can use the... Actually, where did I last use the... I used the parking lot, the station. I think I used them by the station, because I put a little parking lot over here. And yes, these are the JR ones. Although I don't know if do these have the stripes already installed or not. They don't, I see. And then what's the difference between these ones? 10-foot white, single white. Oh, do these... I don't know what the difference between these is. Maybe if they wrap around, I don't know. Although actually these ones look a little... Actually, I think I am just going to use the ones that I used over here. Because those ones, the JR ones, even though they do look more realistic, they are a little bit thinner as well, and thus harder to see. Plus I need to put in the... I would need to put in the cross lines manually in that case. Yeah, this is so much easier. Don't know if I want that. I was about to say maybe this is a little too large. However, I am aware of just how large shopping mall parking lots can be, especially if it's also got a hotel. Because then you'll have people parking here overnight, which of course means they are taking up space. Okay, this needs to be pulled over a little bit more to about there. Right, good. Now we just need a little bit of modern art to fill, cars to fill this in, which I think should be very easy to acquire. Muhaha. Yeah, it seemed chillingly realistic. Same with the show's finale, Miracle Day. Yay, yes. I never saw this asset before, but I love it. You love it? Strip mall. A strip mall, strip center, or strip plaza is a type of shopping center common in North America, where the stores are arranged in a row with a sidewalk in front. Strip malls are typically developed as a unit and have large parking lots in front. Many of them face major traffic arteries and tend to be self-contained with few pedestrian connections to surrounding neighborhoods. Smaller strip malls may be called mini-malls, while larger ones may be called power centers or big box centers. In 2013, New York Times reported that the United States had 65,840 strip malls. In 2020, the Wall Street Journal wrote that in the United States, despite the continuing retail apocalypse starting around 2010, investments and visitor numbers were increasing to strip malls. And then we've got more information. Yeah. Large parking lot. Major artery, large parking lot, yes. We've got a zebra crossing right here. Okay, now I need just a few cars. Ooh, actually, if I go back here, I think I'm going to use some of the single ones to fill out a little bit first. Because I think the single ones can give quite good volume without having much density to it. Now, if that doesn't just speak to the waste of parking lots. Actually, I do quite like it being that empty. Having just a few cars around, but having the rest just empty like that. And the cars not in a group altogether, but just spread out. There's something about this that just feels quite realistic. Interesting. Also, I may just use a few of these bush assets over here too. Just kind of, just... Even though, yes, I know we'll have buildings behind there and that may change the look of this area, but... Actually, that's just wide enough to fit these bushes if I rotate them the correct way. Oh, I didn't mean that. Hold on. Sometimes I have the feeling when I press I, it doesn't switch over. Maybe I'm just pressing the wrong button. That's probably it, but... Well. That's a little bit too far. Needs to go to just about there, I think. To look right. I'll just remove the double yellows there on these sections, just to make it look a little bit more inviting if you're going the other way. There we go. What would it look like if I just had these lines going across? Yeah, that does highlight it quite nicely. But again, this isn't really something you're supposed to pay that much attention to. This is mostly just supposed to be in the background somewhere. Just so that if you happen to look over this way, you can see that there is actually detail back here. Don't want to spend too much time on this, which I know I am doing. But yeah, it's behind the trees anyway. It's just if you're driving along here in a train and you happen to have the camera a little bit higher, you can see that there are some road markings there, even if it's not necessarily that realistic. But there are road markings there, and you can see that there is an entrance to the car park there, which is also highlighted by the bushes, so I think that's okay. I need a bit of the darker grass texture over here. And then maybe even a little bit of the gravelly texture in some of the corners, like that aren't as well maintained. Like a little bit of this kind of mossy, stony texture. That's a little too large. Hold on. Yeah, just in the corners like that, a little bit. Around the edges. There we are. Okay. Now, depending on what buildings we want back there, this may look different. Maybe we should have some trees back there. Do we have any... Maybe we could have some poplars there. Tree poplar. Not that one. Maybe. I don't like the sizes. Hold on. Still looks a little too uniform. Hold on. Now that I don't like them being the same size next to each other. Now that looks a little too symmetrical. Hold on. That's what we had before. If only there was like an adjust size tool for the speed trees. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, if we had trees back there like that, and then some buildings behind those, maybe these ones. Although maybe move the... actually that height could work. I need to give it a bit of distance. Maybe a little alley between those there. Then we can have another different building back there. Actually, maybe one of the larger ones. Like that one. Yeah, just so if you're looking back there, you can see lots of buildings. Now I'll use another little bit of a different asphalt texture there, just to differentiate this again. And then over here where we've got the road, I'll make that the normal road texture. And then I'll need a few bushes between these trees, just so that it looks like a clear barrier, even though in reality it would probably open up this parking lot to both sides. But I quite like the way that this looks, so I'm going to keep that, especially if the parking lot, although, maybe I'll give it pedestrian access through here. If I open this up slightly, then if I take the sidewalk spline, put that through like so, over here and over here. A little bit like that. Then I need the darker grass texture, the longer grass texture underneath this. And probably also the spline a little bit, but I'll say first. Looks like there should be some sort of connecting path or something going off diagonally through here. Don't know why. I just feel that this would look quite good. Again, I don't know why, but I just do, and so I'm going to put it in. I know I said I don't want much detail, but this didn't take a long time to put in. There we are. That's such a nice scene there. And as you're, and by nice I mean actually quite depressing, but if in terms of building a realistic city, so you're coming along. So you've got the station here, which I still need to detail. You've got buildings on the right, which I've not placed yet. And you've come along here, you've got the museum, a nice little bit of green and something special there. And then as you come further, and further and further and further, you get this lovely little building that's got a bit of colour, and I need to put buildings behind it, of course. And then if you come across here, then... Actually, one second. Yeah, if you come across here, and then you can see that nice scene there. It looks quite realistic. What does it look like from the other side? Of course, there'd be buildings between there, but so you probably wouldn't see much like this, but you would see a little bit of bushes. You'd see the towers. You could see it here. I'm quite happy. We now need to get a thumbnail because it is now the 31st of March. Maybe something like that. Or that, maybe. I think that's a good thumbnail. Yeah, because you can clearly see, you can clearly identify those shapes. Right. More let the souls empty. Yes. I meant chillingly realistic. Not in the sense that the creepy evil aquarium aliens officially coming to Earth. That the, yes. And people actually just stopping to die would be plausible, but rather in the sense that if this was the case, that's what would happen. But yeah, saw Torchwood only once in mid-late 2021. Shadows, streetlights too, for the parking lot. I don't have streetlights anywhere on the map. If I am going to add them, which I likely will because I want to have nighttime scenarios, I'm going to do it as a pass. Because that's just the easiest way of doing it. It's time consuming and it's boring, and so I'm going to do it off stream. Probably while I'm listening to music or something like that. I don't think I've ever seen a mall and a hotel in the same building. A strip mall, strip center, strip plaza, or a strip club. Wait, what? No! Sorry. Yeah, the obvious jokes are the ones that people tend to go for. I'm joking, half. Oh, I remember. Weymouth had a strip mall too, with the pets at home and Matalan. Home base? Yeah, think so. Place some Alzea flowers around the strip mall car park? Nah, I think it's too far away. Too symmetrical, but what about Willis 1961? Not that he's here, but still. Beautiful work on that parking lot. Thank you. Oh, last day of March, y'all. Shout eyes. Oi, dinosaurs need to go on the thumbnail. Up close. Close up of the supended pterodactyl. Is that one with the big head crests, if it exists? I don't think so. What was the other one that had super in the name, or soup or something? Wait, is it hanging by its beak? No, it's suspended above the air, so it's not actually physically connected to the top wire. It's suspended a little bit below it. Time of day for crane, dark rain. That's good. That looks cool. Thank you. But I feel like streetlights would improve the parking lot scene a lot. True. Yeah. Yeah, as a scene, I mean. Suspended pterodactyl. Oh, right. Supendactylus. Was that the one? No. Tupendactylus. That's the one I was thinking of, I think. Yeah, Tupendactylus. That was the one with a huge head crest. Right. One you're thinking of was Tupendactylus. Tucanadactylus. Right, well, thank you very, very much for watching. I need to quickly click there and then click there and then click. Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you tomorrow, if all goes to plan. So, thank you very much. The stream's good. Right, good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, yes.